Hey. Wow, I have not been following the news for some time, and I just saw what's happening in the United States, and man, my heart goes out to y'all. My heart goes out to George Floyd and to his family, and to every person that's been harmed and hurt for being a human being and being different from someone else. I definitely agree things need to change, in my opinion. I'm not comfortable with the way things have continued. I'm not comfortable with the way things are. I think in the United States, I've thought for a long time, our justice system is seriously damaged. The prison population, we have more prisoners in the United States than any country in the world. That's mind-boggling to me. That goes so far against the land of the free. We have more than communist countries. That's bizarre to me, but I don't think that we can blame the justice system or police or anything like that, because in the end, in my opinion, what we're seeing is one person saying that they're better than another person, and they can treat that person differently, whether they're black or they're white. Here in India, we see it's happening with Muslims, burning people alive. We see it with violence on women all over the world. We see it's happening now with Chinese people because they're being demonized. I think it's incredibly terrible, absolutely indisputably terrible what has happened and continues to happen to black people in the United States, as well as Hispanics, immigrants, Muslims. We still have countries, Iran, Syria, their citizens of those countries are not allowed to visit the United States. The families that are there are not allowed to leave to their families and come back. We still have all of this stuff going on. Now it's been happening here, and I'm sure other places due to foreigners. You know, I was threatened with violence several times, taken into a small room with 2 police officers swinging 4-foot sticks. It's not... It's bigger. It's bigger than any one group of people. It's humanity, in my opinion. We're humans. We need to love other humans. And I can very well appreciate, though I know that I can't fully appreciate because I have never been there, but I can appreciate the strength of the anger and the frustration and the feelings of hopelessness and fear that people in the United States are feeling, especially as these things continue. And I think it's terrible. But I don't think that violence is the answer. I don't know a lot, and I'm certainly new to this stuff, but when I study the people that I see really made the change, the lasting change, I mean, Jesus made big changes. The whole New Testament is all about love. Gandhi made really big changes. Second most populous nation in the world, and I mean, the U.S. is a country of laws, and it's becoming a police state, in my opinion. I didn't realize it until I lived in Spain, and I realized, like, my gosh, I'm super blessed the life that I'm able to live, and I don't handle or experience anything like the challenges that my brothers and sisters of other skin colors experience in the United States. But I feel it. I mean, I went and lived in Spain, and after a few months I was like, my gosh, like, I didn't realize the concern and the little voice in the back of my mind that's always looking around. Am I breaking some rule? Am I breaking some law? Can I go to jail for this? Especially now with how it seems that there seems to be so poor training of how to interact with people, and guns come out so quickly. And I'm certainly not disrespecting the police. I have, my whole time in the Marine Corps, all 10 years, I always thought I would much rather be a Marine and go into combat than to be a policeman, because they deal with ultra high stress, ultra high stakes, chaos every moment of the day. But things are broken, and yeah, we look at Gandhi. I've been reading his work, and I never appreciated it until I began reading it over here, and my gosh, it's amazing. I mean, nonviolence, it was true nonviolence. He said, and his supporters, and they all did this, millions of people all over the country. And as I was saying, we think the United States is a country of rules now, which it is. It's insane. But what Gandhi was working against was they were not even treated like humans. It was a true military state. He told his followers, don't turn around. If you're going to be shot, if you're going to be stabbed, have the wounds be on the front. But he said, no one responds in violence, or I stop my campaign. And none of them did. It's incredible. And he was imprisoned many times. He was beaten. Many of his followers lost their lives. Do I think that that's easy? Not at all. I think that it's probably the most hard thing possible. But it brought about the change that they were looking for. And we look at Martin Luther King Jr. studied Gandhi, and he based much of his nonviolence campaign on it. We look at Malcolm X. Malcolm X is known as like a violent revolutionary, but he wasn't actually. If you read about him, he made some strong statements, especially in his younger years, but if you look at him, especially at the end, as he matured into it, he didn't believe in violence. He believed in it for protection or self-defense. But violence begets violence. It doesn't matter what we're doing it for. I mean, I saw it clearly in the military, and I see it even clearly since I left. Violence begets violence. Hatred begets hatred. Doesn't matter how just our cause is. It's just a fact of life. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Doesn't matter if you study science, quantum physics, or just study history. Violence is going to get us violence. But I don't really know what else to say. I'm not there, and I'm not experiencing it, and I can only imagine how challenging it is. We have an incredible country. We have an incredible gift being Americans. We don't realize it until you leave and you experience what the rest of the world experiences. Granted, other countries have incredible gifts as well. They have incredible things that we don't have. We all have the opportunity to make our countries incredible, to have our lives amazing. But in my opinion, and this is just an experiment that I'm partaking of in my own life to explore and see, but in my opinion, I believe that the only way we will ever get to the place that we want to be is through love, is through grace, Gandhi said, he said, nonviolence doesn't mean allowing the other to take advantage of us. Indeed, it means to stand up and face them, but not through hatred, through love for my people, to not see them treated this way, and through love for you, to not allow you to go against your true nature as a human being, not allow you to continue treating us this way. That's the way that he viewed nonviolence. That's the way he viewed love. And that's currently the experiment that I'm going upon as well. I love you guys. I can only imagine